Imagine making some super sick artwork and then you're scrolling on eBay one day and you see something that looks just like the hard work you put into that art. Because that's kind of what happened here, and it is a wild story, so let's delve into it. And again, before we get started, please don't send hate to any parties involved. And I also have a wild story at the end as to one, why I'm here, and two, why my hair is black. So this all starts out with this post made February 19, 2026, posted by a user called RH, writing Dog Eat Dog World, my entry for rival Clay Culling Games Mega Colony. This is an absolutely sick art piece of Mega Lucario fighting, where we have Mega Lucario XY and Mega Lucario Z. This is absolutely fire. And all of that is for an entry to an art contest hosted by somebody called Rival Clay. Just giving some context, this part isn't really relevant, but essentially they hosted an art contest where you would draw Pokemon that are fighting. You can either draw a Mega Evolution battle, a Dynamax GMAX battle, or a Legendary Pokemon battle, and there are prizes. So this is absolutely fire. And then 2 months later, RH makes this post writing, okay, who stole my art and sold it as a TCG card on eBay, LMAO. And here you can see they took that card and made it into a Mega Lucario Z EX Pokemon card called Dog Eat Dog. This is a listing on eBay by somebody called Fan Arts Treasure and is listed for 220,000 Vietnamese dong, which is about $8.50 USD. The artist then provides a link to the listing, which was an Etsy listing. They did write eBay, but it's an Etsy listing and now it's unavailable, which somebody in the comments was like crying emoji because people were saying, well, at least they credited you because of that super tiny bottom left-hand corner. And this is how Pokemon cards kind of look like, right? There's like an illustration cred. It says illustration rhon_45. So they gave credit, but they also spelled the username wrong because they also capitalized the D in the username. There was also people saying things like, oh, but like this isn't even your work to sell because like, how are you complaining? You made Pokemon IP fan art. Like you're allowed to make fan art. Where you get into legal trouble is selling fan art and trying to profit from it, because then it's considered like profiting off of derivative work of somebody else's IP. At least this is my understanding of US copyright law. But like RH made this fan art to enter a contest, not to sell for profit. So that's not an issue here. Like this is clearly a situation where somebody's artwork was taken and then slapped on a Pokemon card and that was sold for profit by whomever the middleman is. The artist goes on to add, they made 3,000 effing dollars on my stolen art, bro. How should I handle this blatant theft? Oh my God. And it's a screenshot of their shop profile stats where they have 4.89 stars over 383 ratings. And a lot of the review photos are the Mega Lucario fights. But somebody else in the comment basically adds like, oh, just to like clarify, you know, the ratings, this doesn't mean for just one card. Etsy just congregates all shop sales into one kind of like stat chart. So this 4.89, 383 ratings is not just for the Lucario card, but actually for everything that is sold on that Etsy seller's shop. And the artist adds, I'm gonna be so damn pissed to know he's making the equivalent of college tuition on my stolen work. But even then, 47 favorites and in 20 plus carts, dude's gotta be making bank. And yeah, I think that's totally fair, right? Regardless of like how much or how little, right, was made, to have your artwork stolen and then profited from is just such a frustrating feeling. And again, I feel like there's some people in the comment section just being rude or like completely missing the point. There are people saying like, oh, well, you posted the art online, so like, what did you expect? Why can't we just like share beautiful work that we've made without the fear of people in their grubby fingers trying to like steal and profit from it? Again, about the IP, right? It's not like the artist is trying to sell it for profit. The artist just wants their work to be their work and not other people taking their work and selling it for profit, which is not only, again, committing like theft because they're taking somebody else's art, but you're also selling derivative work of another company, Nintendo, which will also get you into legal trouble. So then the artist adds an extra update a little bit later, writing, update, the account has been taken down and apparently it's a whole tangled mess. The seller bought the cards from another seller who prints these illegally and resold it on Etsy. Glad to see how fast everything worked out. Thank you everybody for the help. And the seller basically writes, what you're talking about, I buy these cards for $6 a piece and resell them on here. I literally only make $1 each card I sell, and I'll give you the link where I buy them. So they gave a link to a site called pokecardmaker.net, where it is a website in which you can create your own Pokemon cards or purchase from their existing library of cards. Which also, on a complete side note, this tripped me up a teeny bit because like there is a different Pokemon card maker site that I actually used in the past years ago, which is this one, pokecardmaker.com. They don't seem to be related because this one is based in Europe And this one is based in Australia from what the website says. But literally the whole page is full of artwork of Pokemon cards. And then you can go and click it, and then you can also add it to cart. And in the corner here, it's the card, and then it has illustration and then somebody's username. So this one was created by this person that uploaded it. And then for pricing, a regular card, at least for this one specifically, was $5, and the rainbow holographic one is $8. And I could be wrong, but it does look like a site where you can just kind of like upload whatever you want. We have people uploading AI generated work, and then other people uploading cards that feature a multitude of different artists' work, where every card on their account has a different artist listed as the illustrator, and whether the artist knows or not, who knows, right? In this case, this artist that we were talking about for the Lucario one didn't know. But the seller continues to say, it's not illegal to buy and resell, thank you very much. And if that's not you who's selling that, then I'll stop buying this card. And I understand why you would be upset, but all you had to do was come talk to me nicely and we can get it resolved. I wasn't awake when you messaged me, blah, 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 blah. But on that website, when I get my cards, I saw the guy's name isn't Rhonda, so maybe you should report that. I would, but I have since taken the card down, and I do apologize for the inconvenience. And trust me, I don't like that as much as you do, so I'm gonna work on my store and message every seller on that website and verify the card art was made by them. That is a big deal to me as well. I will get it figured out and will report the account I bought these cards from about as much as I can do. And yeah, it definitely can be tricky with a site like this where there is a gallery again where you can upload artwork, stuff like that, where there can be situations where people might upload stolen work, have it listed here, and then I guess if you're the middleman buying art from this page and reselling it for, a little bit of an inflated price to make a profit in between, that maybe you just didn't know the work was stolen. And then maybe you would bring up the point of like, okay, shouldn't this website take some care in making sure the stuff that is uploaded is actually legit and belongs to the person uploading? I mean, under their TOS, they do have stuff saying that you are solely responsible for the stuff that you're uploading. You confirm that it doesn't infringe on IP and that you have the rights to basically upload it, and that they're not responsible. But yeah, in the comment section, people were kind of like 50-50 about it. People were like, okay, so this person bought your art from somebody who stole it and then sold it themselves for this much money, like $3,000. Yeah, you should get a cut of it. Doesn't matter who stole it first, they still sold it. And other people were like, they didn't look up the card to verify its existence, bought it for cheap and inflated the price for profit, but they claim they didn't know they were scamming people. And it's like a little side-eye cat. And then about that Poke Card Maker website, and again, there's two of them. So this one is pokecardmaker.net. There is a .com that is, I believe, European-based. That's the one that I ordered from. But the artist adds, had a meaningful convo with the creator of Poke Card Maker. In essence, if you found your artwork on the site, you can request for takedown relatively quickly. As for the printing service, they said there'll be moderation in place to make sure only original content can be ordered. And they write, if you ever see more of those Etsy shops or other issues, please do reach out. I'll make some quick measures when I have the time to do so and do my best to moderate better. Thanks for being understanding and friendly. And the artist says, I really appreciate that. Thank you for the amazing website too. Wish you all the best. They add, I personally love the site and the custom cards people made of my artworks, and hopefully with this regulation in place, malicious people won't be able to profit off of others' artworks. He said 99% of card orders are meme cards and that this reselling incident has never happened before. By all means, please support the site. The creator was very friendly and understanding, and I think the site is invaluable to the Pokemon community and deserves more recognition. So at least on the really bright side, the artist was able to work it out with the owner of the website, and they both came to a really mutual conclusion. Personally, I've used Pokemon card maker sites as somebody who likes TCGs and has people in their life who do like it. It's really cool to use to get like physical representations of your artwork in the form of a card of your favorite TCG. It just sucks that in this instance, at some point in the process, somebody's artwork was exploited for profit, and it wasn't just used for the, warm-hearted feeling of seeing your art on a pretty card for Pokemon, if you're a big fan of Pokemon. So what are your thoughts on this whole situation? I'm just sad for the artist that there was a profit made off of their work that they never saw, and it absolutely sucks for the artist. So I'll have them linked down below if you'd like to go check them out. Their work is beautiful. And on the black hair, oh my gosh, I wasn't even supposed to be here today. I have a flight to Vancouver and I missed 2 flights, and then now we're here. So in a crash out session, I ended up dyeing my hair black. So anyways, if you see videos where I look like this, that's why. That's also why I have no makeup on, because the crash out session, missing 2 flights in one day sucks, and I might be out $400 because of it. Darn. I love LAX, guys. So anyways, if you like this video, I appreciate it if you like and subscribe. And I have an Etsy shop where I sell digital art for streamers and creators if you want to check me out there. I also have a coffee with free resources like a free sponsorship guide, and I stream on Twitch 3 days a week, Mondays and Saturdays at 6 p.m. and Thursdays at 7:30. So I hope to catch y'all there or in another video. Peace.